Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Bryce with Limits Undefined, and today I'll be showing you my Robinhood portfolio. So before we get started, I'd just like to clear up any confusion. This investment portfolio is my own. It's using the money that I've earned from working jobs. If you don't know, I work at a retail store. I don't know if I really want to say where, but let's just say their main color is red. So you can probably take that whatever way you want. But all the money in this portfolio is my own money. It's not like my parents' money or something. And I just want to show you what investments I'm doing currently. And if you'd like to be interested in investing, maybe we can learn along the way. Because I've only been investing for maybe a little bit over a month, maybe 2 months, around that area. I think I started in February. And no, my whole portfolio is not a bunch of meme stocks like AMC, GameStop, I don't know, Nokia. I did hear about these. I was actually doing like a market simulator at the time. And although, yes, they can be profitable, for the majority of people, I'm gonna get the whole Wall Street bets community after me, but for the majority of people, it tends to lose you money because you just don't know when to invest. You can invest at the wrong times. So if you're unfamiliar with the stock market, Netflix actually made a really good documentary on it. So I'm going to link that video right there. So if you want to go watch that video, if you're new to the stock market and don't, just so things make a bit more sense. So now moving on, let me show you my Robinhood portfolio. All right, so now getting into my investment portfolio. As you can see, I have 1,679 invested currently. I've actually put in a little bit more than that since I started, but I have lost a little bit overall. So I'll get into that in a second, but as you can see, I have about $10 of buying power. Usually I like to have about 100 to 200 just in case there's any good opportunities, but currently I have all of my extra buying power invested in crypto because crypto is fairly low right now. So as for the day, $5.76, not a crazy return, 0.35%, but for long-term holding, which this account majority is right now, it's a pretty solid return for long-term holding, nothing too crazy. All right, so getting into the week chart, as you can see, this was Monday right here, so the stock market opened. I did not have any crypto during this time, so I did not trade 24/7. So stock market opened on Monday. I went up. I actually tested a new stock, which I'll get into in a second. That stock went up and I saw it started dropping and I sold. So I'll get into that in a second. And then I switched over back to my long-term holding stocks. They went up a little bit, and as you can see, they've gone down a little bit, which is how the stock market works. So now getting into my month chart, as you can see here, I started this month with 1,644. And I'm ending with 1,679 currently. So I have gone up a little bit, and I've also, as you can see, this little dip right here. I'll get into that in a second. But I actually did attempt to do a bit of penny stocks, which is very volatile and super risky. I did get massive gains on this one day. I think I had about $100 in the aftermarket, but that all went away, and then I went negative the next day. So I went right back to my long-term holding stocks, which seemed to work the best for me, and I'll get into that where we are now. So now for the moment you guys are waiting for, what is my investment portfolio looking like currently? So right now I currently have a very tiny portion of the Dow Jones. If you don't know what this is, it's 30 industrial stocks. So far I've only lost about 1 penny, but I only have $100 invested in it. I'm down 0.02% overall, which, I mean, that's nothing, 1 penny. So now moving on, Apple, I'm currently down $1.87. Let me put in my total return. So currently I'm down $1.87. I have $132 of Apple stock, and this is also just a long-term holding company because I just think from here going on, Apple will bring some new things to the table. That's just what I think. I also personally like Apple as a company, and they have had fairly good returns, as you can see looking at their 1-year and 5-year charts. They've evened out these past 3 months. They did actually have a negative 3 months, but I think that that's starting to slow down, which also means it's a dip, so I believe it's a good time to buy. So that's my thoughts on Apple. Now getting into a main majority of where my portfolio is held, which is in the S&P 500. This is a long-term holding stock. As you can see, I have about $832. This is about half of my portfolio. So if you see here, The S&P 500 has slightly gone up for the month. It also has been a rough month for the stock market. There's seen lots of dips, and we've also recovered from that too, as you can see. During this time right here, we've gone up about 2%, which for the S&P 500, that is a lot. So why I specifically chose the S&P 500, it's a really safe investment. Instead of buying one stock, it's like buying 500 little portions of stock. So as you can see, for the 1-year chart, it's up about 50%, which is crazy for a long-term holding. As you can see on the 5-year chart, 91%, and I believe that this stock is only going to grow for the next upcoming years. So I'm planning on holding this for at least 5+ years. All right, so now getting into my cryptocurrencies. I'm actually negative on both of these currently, but I believe that they are going to go up. I have about $370 of Bitcoin, and let's see, for Ethereum, I have about $233. I am looking to increase both of these because I do believe that Bitcoin is going to be going up within the next year. I think 2021 is going to be a huge year for Bitcoin. I'm not sure if it'll hit 100,000, but I think it will hit 80,000, at least in this next upcoming year. But we will see how that all plays out. As you can see, I have gone down a slight bit since we started recording, but let me get over my watch list. Let me go over my watch list real quick. So these are a couple stocks that I've actually traded. This Sci-Fi Stock, I actually was just looking into this. I saw it have this huge, massive spike. It had about a 40% increase during this time period. Let me see if I can get it for you real quick. I saw it was a huge, massive increase. I saw it in one day, February 11th to the 16th. It had a 40% increase, which is crazy. So I just wanted to watch how that stock would play out. I did not actually invest in it, but I was just taking a look. So now next upcoming stock, Denison Mines. This actually recently got added to the S&P 500, but I actually did do a little bit of day trading with this stock. I bought it when it was around $1.26, which is in between March 12th and March 15th. As you can see, that's at the top of the peak, and right after it went all the way back down again, which, I mean, that just ended up in my favor being bad, but then I used Bombardier to recover that. As you can see, right in this spike, I bought it about right here. It went up to 70 and I sold it, and it suddenly crashed directly afterwards and went right back to where it was before. So I would have broke even on that, but luckily I did buy it low and sell it when it was high. So I did make about a $40 profit, which recovered my, as you can see, this Bombardier airplane company has been consistently going up, but I see this little downtrend. I'm not sure. I might look into it. I actually might look into this for being a long-term stock because it is an airplane company. It's just this company has had a long history of not having the best management. So I don't think it's actually a very good company. They have also almost went bankrupt multiple times. So it's not really that good of an investment. You don't want to be investing in things that could go bankrupt and you lose all of your money. Even though this is only 60 cents, and if it hits $1, that would be a 40% increase. But it has not hit $1. It actually, if you look at the 1-year chart, it tanked or the 5-year chart. In 2018, it peaked and it just dropped since then. So it's just overall a company with bad management, and it's just not a great investment unless you're looking to do a bit of day trading, which is what I used it for, and it actually turned out pretty well for me. So that is my investment portfolio. As you can see, I have a bit of long-term holding stocks with some crypto. I'm just learning how the whole stock market works. If I would not recommend just going blind into the stock market, I would say definitely attempt a virtual stock simulator. I'm sure there's plenty on the App Store. I'm sure there's some on the computers too. But basically, it's just something that it gives you a certain amount of money. I think you can set it to however much you want, and you can invest that money without it actually doing any cost to you. So I would recommend doing that for at least a couple weeks before you actually start investing, just so you can get a feel for the market before you actually start putting in your own money. But if you are interested in using Robinhood, I have a link in the description. It is a referral link. I just like to get that out there. It's not a paid sponsorship, but if you click that link and set up an account, which is at no cost to you, you'll get one free stock, and I also will get a free stock. So it benefits both of us if you click that link and get started. So if you take a screenshot of the free stock that you got and email it to me right here, you will get a 20% off coupon to the Limits Undefined shop. So if you also want to check that out, there's going to be a link in the description. I pack and ship all of those orders myself. It's not somebody else doing it. But enough of the plugs. Sorry about that. I just want to show you guys what my stock investing journey is. I'll keep you guys updated if there's any major plays that I do. Maybe when I get into doing calls and options, which I have absolutely no idea what that is. I'm trying to learn it right now. I've been watching tons of videos, but it's still such a crazy concept to wrap my head around. So I'm going to try and learn how to do calls and options trading, which if you're completely new to stock investing, so am I. I've only been doing this since like maybe August of last year. I've been researching. I only started in February. So it is going to be a journey. We'll see how this goes. I'm going to keep continually investing small amounts of money every couple of weeks that I get a paycheck. So we'll just see how this all goes. I'll bring you guys along for the journey. Anyways, I just want to thank you all so much for watching. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to stay up to date with all of my content. And I just want to thank you all so much. Have a good one.